So issue 24 is quite different from the regular issues we've been getting in Necessary Evil. A lot of people are calling this a filler issue, and yes, it is kind of a filler issue. It's kind of a breather in between all the action we've been getting since July when Necessary Evil started up all those months ago. And it's kind of a fun breather. I mean, this was the best breather to have from all the action and all the plot twists going on right now in Go-Go and Mighty Morphin. I mean, this is the breather we should have... this is a good breather to have with this issue, and we barely see the Power Rangers in this issue. I mean, Trini shows up, you mostly see the Megazord in this issue, but the main focus of this review, of this issue, is the lovable characters Bulk and Skull. They are the main focus in this issue. And for this one issue, we have a totally different artist for this one shot of an issue, and the artist we get this month is Daniel Bayless. Now, Daniel has done issue 15 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from what I looked up. If you don't know what issue 15 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is, that was the issue where we got the flashback with the whole Lord Drakon stuff during the World of the Coinless arc. So he was the main artist for that issue all those years ago, and his artwork is pretty good. I do enjoy his artwork. It's fun to read, fun to look at. It was really enjoyable, and I do like his designs for Bulk and Skull and the other characters we see in this issue. I mean, I really enjoy his artwork. It's actually really cool. So like I said earlier, Bulk and Skull are the main focus of this issue, and the journey that Bulk and Skull go on in this issue is basically them trying to be heroes. They want to get famous, they want to get recognized, and throughout this issue they're trying to get footage of the giant Megazord fight in the city. And it's really cool to see Bulk and Skull actually rise to the occasion and be heroes in this issue. So the issue opens up in a flashback with Bulk and Skull running through the city. They're running through all this debris and smoke, and they want to get footage for their podcast, and they're competing with a bunch of other kids who, honestly, one of them looks like Carrot Top. He's got an orange frickin' fro or something. He looks really weird. I'm just going to call him Carrot Top Kid, because that's what he looks like when I look at him. He looks like Carrot Top. So the issue then flashes back to a few days later where Bulk and Skull, they're interviewing Matt, they're interviewing Trini, and Trini is actually the only ranger we see in this issue, and I really do like Daniel's design of Trini. I mean, there's this one panel where she's waving goodbye to her, and I really do like that drawing of her. That was a really cool, sketch of Trini we get in this issue. Like I said earlier, I like all the artwork in this issue. The characters are really well drawn. So the issue mostly focuses on Bulk and Skull saying how are they going to get footage of the Power Rangers fighting Zords, because they want to get the most subscribers on their YouTuber for their podcast, which I think is called Ranger Report is the opposite one they're competing with. I think Bulk and Skull one is called, let me flashback, Ranger Station I believe it's called. Yes, Bulk and Skull's podcast, radio show, their YouTube channel is called Ranger Station, and the one they're competing with is called Ranger Report. Now, since Ryan goes on the Ranger Danger podcast, I was really hoping that the ones they would be competing with is called Ranger Danger, or just a small little nod to Ranger Danger podcast, but unfortunately we didn't get that. I was hoping we would get a wink and a nod to that podcast right there, but unfortunately that's not the case. So if there's one thing that Bulk and Skull keep saying to each other throughout the issue, it's that they've got heart and guts, and that's what they say to each other. We've got heart and guts, and that's what the others don't have. And that's their little catchphrase throughout the issue, which this issue makes me remember, well, I've always loved the characters Bulk and Skull. They've always been amazing ever since they'd had that big standout moment at the end of In Space. They've always been great characters, and that moment in Space just made them even greater characters, and this issue reminds you why you love these characters so much, because they're not heroes in spandex. They can be heroes just by standing up for themselves and doing the right things by helping others. And that's what they do in this issue, because while they're getting a shot of the monster, there's a bunch of people down on the ground in trouble. And Skull convinces Bulk saying, hey, we've got to help these people. I know this shot's important, it's going to make us super famous, but those people are going to die if we don't do anything. So this is where they rise to the occasion. They use their gear that they use for getting shots and stuff, or their safety gear, and they run down to the occasion and they save these people from the danger. They cut a hole through the fence with their clip wires, bolt cutters, and they save them. And even if the camera's destroyed, they did the right thing. Like, they're not going to get super famous, but they did the right thing in the end. And that's what's important for these characters. I mean, it's sort of a wink and a nudge that these characters are going to do something much greater later down the line, saving people, saving hundreds of people. I mean, in this issue they saved 3 or 4 people, but later down the line, they fight for the safety of Earth, like protecting it. So this shows that Bulk and Skull, they can be jerks, they can be sometimes not the nicest people, but deep down, they want to be heroes, and they can be heroes when the occasion rises, they can stand up. But if it's one thing I really love about this issue being a Bulk and Skull focused issue, like when reading the panels, when reading the dialogue, in my head I could hear Jason Navi and Paul Schreier's Bulk and Skull voices in my head. Like, I can hear those actors in my head, like doing the dialogue, just the delivery and stuff. Like, there's a line where Bulk kisses the camera as he sits it up on the tripod and goes, "Make my wallet grow," and that line did get a chuckle out of me, and I can just hear Paul delivering that line. So maybe next year at Power Morphicon they can do a live table reading of this issue. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But if they did a Shattered Grid table reading, hopefully they can do a Necessary Evil table reading next year. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But like, this issue I really enjoyed. I know that probably people are going to have mixed feelings about it because we pulled away from the action to have a Bulk and Skull centric themed issue, and that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all. I do like the characters Bulk and Skull, and this is like the best breather we can get in Go-Go, because all the shit is going down in Go-Go right now and in Mighty Morphin. So this is like the best breather to have with the Psychopath out now, and all the stuff going down with Dane and Mighty Morphin, and all the setting up for Necessary Evil and Mighty Morphin with Go-Go. Like, this is the best breather we can have, and a Bulk and Skull centric issue like isn't so bad. I mean, it's actually a really good idea. I mean, like I said, I've said this several times, I really enjoyed this issue. But I want to say one of the 2 high moments of this issue was the ending and how it ended. It basically ends with Skull meeting Candace. If you don't know who Candace is the girl that Skull is dating in the Mighty Morphin part of Necessary Evil. You see how they meet, and how they meet is really cool because Skull saved her from the falling debris when they were caught in the Megazord battle. Like, Skull saved her life and now they're dating, so that's a nice little note. And the issue also ends with Bulk and Skull giving each other a little fist bump, saying, "With heart and gut," which is where the issue ends, and it's a nice place to end the issue. I mean, this was a really nice one-shot. Like I keep saying, this was a nice little one-shot on a Bulk and Skull focused issue, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know what other people thought about it, but I would love to hear their thoughts and opinions on Go-Go Power Rangers issue 24. So overall, what did you guys think of Go-Go Power Rangers issue 24? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your opinions. Tell me in the comment section down below. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys around. Peace out.